Okay, you're going to have to excuse me, because this poem's going to be a little sappy, because it's dedicated to my mom. Oh. Let it out, let it out! I was 8 years old when I came to the conclusion that my mother was apparently a robot. I had always figured that line about eyes in the back of my head was not only anatomically horrifying, but a cheap deterrent issue to keep children like me lawful and neurotic, or at least keep hands barred from our jar of Mallomars when the apron was away. After my discovery, I began to think differently. What I held was not the result I went in search of. This tiptoed before-school voyage was for the surplus of hustlers with pages that unexplainedly hugged one another, keeping me thinking that the women in these pictures found themselves as alluring as my hormones did, and couldn't help but grind their neighbors when the night came closed. But no, see, my stepfather raped feng shui and kept absolutely everything he owned in tornadic organization. Only man I knew who could find Zen and immediately lose it again. And so, I could not remember which nightstand belonged to my mother. Behind door number 2 lay my unwrapped Xmas gift, even though it was still June, a robotic heirloom, I assume, because the colors were calculated, neon marrying metal, properly produced to attain the attention of my demographic. It was a tuner of some sort, because I pressed the button and it twisted and gyrated right out of my hands, like every baton twirler's first day with a stick. The sound was depressing, though. No bombs whistling, no Star Trek phaser beam zaps, no sirens that make an adult momentarily get ultra uncomfortable when at the wheel. Just a rumbling susurration of every grown-up toy that consumed petroleum, which, in hindsight, probably fueled this whole robo-mom theory. At its end, you could jam-pack 4 AA's, which was confusing because that's clearly my neighborhood. Adult toys got carburetors, alternators, radiators. They don't run on batteries. I deposited my Christmas gift, clattering against the cedar wood. I may or may not have already broken it, and waited to be pulled aside, informed by my mom about my robotic roots and hopefully why I seemed to be leaking oil at night. But most of all, given the gift in question so I could fully decipher its capability for fun.